Hey everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to access your Discus learning portal for the journals that you're going to use for your research paper. Now, the first thing you need to do is go to horrycountyschools.net and go down to the the puzzle piece that you normally go to for Achieve. Click it, and then go right below it. You'll see where it says Discus. Where you normally go to online learning. Instead, you're going here where it says Discus. This is a really cool page because it has all sorts of things for you to use. The Library of Congress is here. Owl Purdue Writing Lab is a great resource. We'll talk about that later. They even have EasyBib on here. All of this is all of these are really good to use in any of your classes. So you click on Discus, and you're going to be using journals, articles. These will be considered print sources because they are originally a print source and they are in a PDF format. So you click Smart Search, and here is where you can type in whatever your topic is. So let's say that I am doing something in the medical field for my project, and for my research I wanted to research Parkinson's disease. So I would type in Parkinson's disease and click search. Very simple. And it brings up all of these different articles. You see here where it says HTML full text. That tells you that that is a web address full text. If you scroll down, you'll see here this is a PDF full text, and that is considered a print source. So what you need to do if you want to narrow your results a little bit, you see here over on the side it says full text. We definitely want that. When you get to college, lots of times your professors will require you to use peer-reviewed journals, so you can click that. We don't want necessarily any information from 1902 unless you're doing a history of. So let's bump this up a little bit to within the last 15 years. We're going to go to 2000 because there have been, 2000. There have been lots of medical advances in the last 15 years for neurological diseases. Here we have academic journals. See right here it's checked all results, so it's going to bring up all of these, and you can see there are tons of things for you to choose here. I'm going to go with academic journals because that's what I'm using. Books, reports, primary source documents, and then audio. So you might even have an interview to listen to. And scroll down, you can find videos. If you're doing something about a person, in particular person, a research paper, you have biographies here. They also have non-print and conference materials. So I'm just going to stick with those and see what comes up. So now we have here, it says recent advances in biomarkers for Parkinson's disease focusing on biochemicals. Okay, that sounds very complicated, but it might have some information in it that I need. So you can click on this. Let's say this is an academic journal that I want to see. And it gives you an abstract. Now, the abstract down here is not the article. It's like a synopsis of what this article is about. So you need to read this and make sure that this is something that you need. You don't have to read the entire article. You can read the abstract before you choose this. When you actually pick this as one of your sources, though, you will be required to read the entire text because you need to be able to use the entire text. I don't want all of your sources coming off of page 1 and 2. So I can read here, it says it's the most common neurodegenerative disorders involving progressive loss of nitrostrategial dopamine neurons. And they have tremors. Okay, so this is telling me about Parkinson's disease. Then the biomarkers. Okay, so this looks like something that I might want to use. So, okay, let me go down and see, or go back up. And you can add this to a folder. You can export it, but let's look at the full text and make sure that this is something that looks reliable. I think this is pretty good. It's from the ClinChem Lab Med from 2015, so it's the current, and it tells you this is the volume and the page numbers. So this looks like a pretty good source to see how many pages it is. You don't want to be too stressed out reading everything. Okay, so there are 11 pages, but it looks like the last 2.5 pages are their references, which is good. They're citing their own references, and you can actually find those references as well. There's a table. All right, so this looks pretty good, and this is something I would want to read later. You are going to have to print these out and highlight them in class for notes, but for now, what you can do is just export them, or that's a site, or you can add to a folder. So they add it to your own folder, but you have to be signed in, so make sure you're signed in, and it will save everything for you without you having to print them off. What I recommend that you do from the very beginning is over here where it says cite, click it, and it gives you all of the different types of citation. We are going to be using MLA for the works cited, so you can highlight this. See, it says it's a web source, but I'm counting this as a print source. Copy, and then open up a Google Doc. Just a blank one. And then just paste all of it in there. Now, see, it pastes a little funny, so you're going to have to change like the background color or whatever. Just make sure that it's there. Because it already has this in here. Oh, I did that wrong. It already has that in there, so you just need to make sure that the title in there, so you need to make sure that it is what you would like to use. And it's not giving me an option to change the background color. So we'll work on that later. But nonetheless. All right, so there's that text, and we'll work on it later. And I would just put this as sources. Rough draft. Works cited. Okay? Because I'm going to teach you how to do works cited later. So all that's there. So let's go back to the search area, and you can scroll down and just look at them. There are videos here you can watch, and you can use those. It'll tell you how to cite them, but like I said, these are all going to be full text, and the academic journals, because that's what I chose. So this is the way I want you to find your journals. You will be required to have 4 of these, another print source, so a book. So 3 of these, a book source. If you can't find one, then you can find another journal, and 2 web sources. We will talk about how to find a reliable web source later on. But today, the focus is going to be finding your journals. So you really need to have your research topic figured out. But if you need anything, I'm going to post this on Google Classroom, so you can easily access it and see it again if you need instructions. And I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. I hope you all have a good day, and I will talk to you later.